Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel Darksiders Comics. We're gonna review Samuree Mistress of the Martial Arts, issue number 3 by Continuity Comics. I have made issue 1, a review of issue 1 and 2, then I'm gonna leave the link in the description a very long time ago. Because one of my subscribers, people that have been in my chat for a very long time, asked me to review this one. So I picked it up and I read it, and I must say this cover doesn't do the book justice. I mean, when you look at this book, you probably think, this is just an indie comic, with a sexy girl on the front, and that's it. Yeah, that's true, but I'm talking about that a little bit later. But trust me, this will be very, very good. Also, another of my subscribers and person that watch my videos a lot is called Nuke. Nuke asked me to do a review of Groken. So Nuke, if you watch this video, coming soon, trust me. I'm going to dive in right now because I probably have to, this is going to be a long video probably, let's see. Before we go in, this is the recap of issue 1 and 2 of volume 1, so you can pause the video and read what's here, and then you're being caught up. And we start here. Now, it's been made by Mark Beecham, who in my opinion is a very good artist. It's been written by Elliot Magan, and it's also been inked by the late Neil Adams. Unfortunately, he passed away a couple of days ago, so yeah, that's very unfortunately, because Neil Adams was a big name in the comic industry. He left a big legacy. So yeah, it seems that the people here that has been kidnapped by a certain terrorist group, and they have a big role to play in the things that's to come. The leader, Mr. Green, wants something from each and one of these guys. And you look at this and thought to myself, what is this? Well, this is one of these soldiers. And these soldiers are pretty impervious to pain because they are you can call them zombies. And what the plot is about this whole group of people and what they want, not sure yet, because I'm, only read issue 3. 1, 2, 3. And so moving on a little bit. So one of these guys, okay, I'm gonna, wait, I'm rambling. So the specialist, Tom Savini, he's a makeup and special effects technician. This guy, Ohiramila Soel from South Korea, he is a cell regeneration specialist, physician and genetic engineer. And then we have Paul Glenott. He's some kind of a, soldier of fortune, expert in low-yield surgical explosives. So they have their own, abilities or skills that Mr. Green and also Mr. Blue, yeah, that's one of these names from these guys. Mr. Blue here is a, what's his name? Some kind of administrator. And so one of these prisoners says, hey, what am I doing here? Well, what do you want from me? So there's a conversation about here what they want from this guy. It seems that, they want to use his makeup specialty because these guys look like zombies. So they want to use his skills for something. Meanwhile, Samuree and her friends are laying in some kind of a cave that has been, filled with water, and she is the one waking up. Now, I want to say something. I like Samuree a lot. The reason for that is if you are looking at her, you think, well, she's just a beautiful-looking young woman, or she's actually a teenager that does, samurai stuff, martial arts, just like Elektra and other women that does stuff like that. That's true, but what I like about her that she is also using her skills to do other stuff instead of just ass kicking, what we see a lot at Marvel's Elektra. I mean, she's using, let's say, we see Megalith here. She's unconscious, and then she uses a certain skill to, you know, hit him at a certain point, and then that blood rushes to him, parts of his body, and then he wakes up. And we also see that part in issue 1 and 2. Samuree is been raised seclusively at an island, and she does not know what's happening on the mainland, what the rules are, who these people are, how they behave. So a lot of things to her is new, and it makes her interesting. So she's not have amnesia or something. She just comes from a secluded place, and she doesn't know, you know, things about progress, certain technology. She's been raised by people that does not have technology. And I come a little bit later to that part, because that's a big part of the story. So a guard comes, and he points a gun, and Samuree is, you know, along with the rest of the group, feigning that they are, you know, unconscious. Not sure why he is, you know, pointing a gun. He just could stand at the gates and just look at them. Why pointing a gun? Doesn't matter. Also, I'm going to show a lot of interior pages, by the way. So she uses a knife or whatever it is, and he he gets it in his hand, and then he yells, "Oh, help me, help me!" And then one of the zombie guards takes his arm and actually rips it all open. He's screaming. He's also saying, "No, wait! Don't help me that way. My hand, it's ripped up in the middle." And then Samuree and Megalith just instantly grabs the arms of the zombie guards, or whatever he is. And also the other ones, Armor and I believe his name is Silverstreak, are, you know, helping them to try to escape. And they work surprisingly very well. Meanwhile, this guy here goes to his superiors and you know, alerts them. But then the gates are closing, or let's say I'm calling them gates. If you know, you see these things here, and it said, Megalith says to her, "Let her go, Sam. The door will cut off his arm," and that's exactly what's happened. So the zombie, who doesn't feel any pain, lost an arm. And as you can see, the guard says, "Hey, we have trouble here. You need to send men as soon as possible." While the other ones are disgusted that Samuree is dragging a severed arm or hand with her, she realizes that, and that's the tactical thing about her abilities. There is water pouring in from some kind of how do you say, orifices, is that how you say it, from the wall, and they decide to make that orifices into a hole, so that the water that comes from the outside is, you know, flowing in, and then they can escape, which is actually a cool, you know, cool escape plan. And I also love the fact that everybody helps. I mean, Silverstreak has some kind of a energy beam ability. Megalith is of course strong, and what I must say, Armor doesn't do much in this comic although he's a very cool, powerful character. I also love his costume; looks great. Another great thing that I want to point out is the art. Mark Beecham's art is really good, and I especially love this panel with all the lighting. But what I noticed, surprisingly, and then I like the most, is this. So you see Samuree swimming here, and then it leaps over to Megalith. But as you noticed, the foot, or the part of the leg, is drawn transparent by the artist, and not sure if that's the artist or the writer's decision, but I really love that part, because I can remember seeing that before. I mean, the artist could, you know, just chop it off here and then, you know, go from here, but he decides to draw Samuree the whole way and then make it transparent so that you can see everything, hear what Megalith is doing, so it doesn't interrupt the art. I think that's really, really cool. And yeah, good, many praises to whoever made this decision. So they escape, but there's a shark, and the shark hits Samuree, and she is, with his tail, and she is unconscious, and she's starting to drown. So Megalith chimes in and kills the shark, and they jump out of the aquarium because they are at Coney Island and some kind of amusement park or some kind of a water world-esque. And there's this woman here lying on the floor under a blanket, not entirely sure, but it seems that she is, if you saw my other reviews of Volume 2, because I have Volume 2 first, and then I luckily get Volume 1, she's becoming a friend of Samuree. And Samuree is delirious, and then this woman comes here and helps her, and then she's tried to, how do you say, distract her, I guess. And Samuree starts to mutter about her past and where she comes from. So this whole rest of the book is more like what happened on that island, where does she came from, and how she's being trained and how she's being treated over there. So it is some kind of Midas. She says, "Where are you coming from?" I'm Jerry M, and I'm your new friend. Midas, an island in the Sea of Oshotsk. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. North of Japan, a beautiful place, once beautiful, with noble people. So the story here is that, okay, skipping a few pages, is that of a group of noble people, honorable people, that, how do you say, their goal is to hone their skills in life and excellence. They spent, as it says here, their days searching for and finding the summits of their minds and bodies' potential. And there is a woman, some kind of a leader. It's called Madame Gracie Chu. She's also the one that raised and trained Samuree. But there's something wrong with that, because this is way back in the past. So it means that she's being really, really old, right? No. It seems that, I believe, she cannot age. She never gets sick. Probably immortal. Not sure why and how. So she's training all these youngsters, and also in the ways of, of the island. And she is managed to also explaining to the newer generation that every generation, a group of men comes to the island, and the island, they want to conquer the island. They want to have their gifts, their resources, turning the men into slave, and also the women. And then this woman comes out, and I believe, I could be wrong, that this is Madame Chu in her younger years, but then she goes by the woman, a name called Om. Could be wrong, that this may be two different people. And so these invaders says, we're gonna challenge you to combat, so bring forth your finest men, and then if we become victorious, and then we're gonna steal all the resources, etc., what I explained earlier. She says, no. It's my function. And she says, you need to best me before you can do that, in her words. And then these people are just, these invaders are looking very funny, and says, what, is this a joke? And she wants to fight us? And then they are laughing at her. So they challenge her one by one, and she's kicking their asses one by one. As you can see here, actually looks great. So what happens next is that the rest of the people comes out, and she says, all of these people has the same skills as me. And you have proven yourself unskilled and of lowly character, but even so worthy in our eyes. You are welcome to join us or die. If you join us, you will share skills with us. So in the end, these people stayed, and then through the generations, people came to the island. Other people like Vikings, Chinese soldiers, samurai, warriors of noble breed, and even ninjas. And they've been defeated by all these people because they are adding their skills to their already great arsenal. I really like that. I really like that a group of people, fighting invaders and becoming stronger and learning new fighting skills with each generation. That's incredibly cool. But then something happened. Samuree explains that other people are coming, and there's a group of people called the Havings. Samuree explains, we knew from their clothes and their possessions that were from among the Havings, the great nations of legends. So what I think she means with that is that the island is standing still when it comes to progression and certain learning. Well, outside, progression is still going on. I mean, civilizations are being built. Progression is, they created technology. And as he says also here, they came not from the sea, but from the air, in ships with spinning arms that created even the winds, which suggests that Samuree, like I said earlier, also being, raised here, doesn't know about anything about the outside world. She never have seen a helicopter. She never have seen a mobile phone. Well, this probably from the 80s. There's no mobile phones, but computers or every form of technology, or maybe even skyscrapers or tall buildings or cars or whatever technology. And I think that's so cool. And so these people from the Having, as they call it, they challenge the new group of warriors from that island, and the strongest one is called You. And she said, so they are bowing for honor, and they having a battle. And one of these guys from the Havings is a Russian, and he fights with the same honor as You, although they are, enemies, quote unquote. And at some point, he defeats this guy who's not honorable at all. And you see this axe thing flying into the air, and he sees that it falls down on this Russian warrior. So You saves him because it's not honorable. And then he catches the axe, saves his lives, and he slashes one of these other invaders. Then Madame Chu comes, and You says, hold your arms, it's ended. So the fight is over. So because Madame Chu now, decides if they are getting integrated into the society. But then these people are not honorable at all. So one of them throws what's it called? I'm blanking. I know how this is called. Well, you know what it is. Jesus Christ, that's so stupid. Anyway, You gets hit by it and he dies. And she cries. And then the Russian soldier says, you fool, you took advantage of the one who saved my life. And then they execute the traitor of the group. And unfortunately. So Samuree explains that the Russian invaders, or the people from the Having, are getting integrated into the group. But because of the death of You, Madame Chu tried to be more invisible, and she becomes just an old face in the crowd. What she didn't know, what later, is that the Havings are using their technology to create something on the island. So there's piles of steel and concrete. So the island that has been, normally, filled with beautiful trees and nature, is being slowly turned into a, society, into, this, as you can see here, people are getting sick because probably what they are spouting out of this, whatever this compound is. And so Madame Chu raises a very young Samuree, and she says, you need to stay here. Don't let anybody see you. I come back a little bit later. But then all the other members of the Haven are walking there, and they discover Samuree and they take her in. And as you can see, she's pissed off. They basically, sending her to that concrete structure. She's being chained up and she's being experimented on. She's getting some kind of, I don't know, serum in her veins for whatever reason. And she is transforming. She's becoming stronger and she is breaking the change. And also she attacks, but then she is being being disposed of and going to sleep. And then she's turning back to normal. Then this happens. This is all still in the past. So Samuree here says, I remember that for a very long time. She said, I would have never believed that I have emerged from the following spring, an entire year after I've been taken. Even those barbarians smiled that day when they finally could find no more demons to rake across my soul. But now I remember. And then Megalo says, what did they do to you? They killed me. This looks really, really good. So basically, I don't know if they are doing other stuff with her. I hope not. But yeah, from a beautiful island with great people to this. And that brings us to the end of the video because this is the end of this book. I love this so much. This is so fucking cool. I mean, the writing is superb. And like I said, this cover, it does not do it justice. I urge you, if you can find those, you can find it on mycomicshop.com. You can get the whole series if you want, or through eBay or to other means. I really urge you to pick this up and read this. It's great stuff, really great stuff. I'm not sure if the other comics or the issues as great as this one, but if this what I think it is, well, let's say if I think what's coming and it's as great as this is, 2 thumbs up. Guys, thank you so much for watching and staying for 22 minutes, me rambling about this comic. I see you next time, and next time, Groken. Stay tuned, guys. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.